you said there was no proper transferability or reproducibility of the striations, nonetheless you went on to find that the bullet that was found at the scene does accord and compare with the bullets which you have fired. And the reason why you did that is because you wanted to nail Mr. Mure, as the state told you that he's the person who had a firearm on that day in question.
The bullet that was found in the country positively linked to this firearm. I have no doubt in that one. And I proved that I put my court charts there, which shows enough marks that were transferred by the firearm to those bullets.
Further to the teachings of Bruce Moran and John Maddock, which for a moment I thought you understood them, and I will be excused if you did not understand them, in terms of the consecutivity of the calculations of the striations. Because you wanted a result, you went against their teachings and found that the bullet that was sent to you as a scene bullet does match those bullets which you fired as test bullet from the alleged firearms. I mean, from this alleged firearm, not arms.
I put my code chart here on the screen with 6 marks, 6 striation marks that appears on both the exhibits and the test. And I've marked only 6 of them because according to the CMS, you need only 6 marks to make it positive, or 2 sets of 3.
Hello members of the Court of Public Opinion, I am your girl Mrs. Independent, aka I am not a lawyer, but we are going to look at the so-called ballistic expert. Why did he do so many tests, about 8 of them? Why? He did the first test, it was negative. He went on to do other tests. He went to Cleveland police station to go and fetch a gun that was not sealed. He took the gun, not register it at the reception of the lab, let it stay in his safe for the duration of the test. You know, why that interest? Why? So let's listen to Advocate Mshololo tearing up his testimony, grilling him on why did he do there so many tests. Let's take a listen.
Striation, which you have just indicated, that is not a visible striation, and therefore it means it's a break. It means it's a break, and therefore it does not give the consecutive marks, which you can count from 1 to 6.
If they are not visible, does not necessarily mean they are not there.
Advocate Mshololo tearing into Mangena's testimony and grilling him on why he did additional results, and he told him that his testimony is unreliable. Let's take a listen why she said
this exercise. This is an exhibit before this court. This is the evidence that is before this court, which depicts the striations that you were able to see when you were examining in the microscope. Otherwise, you wouldn't have printed this if it's good for nothing. It's not good for nothing. It's the evidence before this court, which must be accepted as reliable evidence. And I'm saying it's not reliable.
What's reliable?
Advocate Mshololo went further to tell Chris Mangena that he was biased and no longer objective when he was doing the test.
To you, Colonel, that when you were doing the examination in paragraph 9, you were no longer objective after having done that investigation which you were not supposed to do. You had an added interest, and that is why after receiving the first negative results in paragraph 6, you did not stop. You ended up by going to the police station and book out another exhibit to come and force the results that you came in conclusion in this report.
Well, I was objective in this matter from the beginning.
I think here the defense team did so well to poke holes into Chris Mangena's ballistic evidence, and we thank Mr. Dave Peterse for his assistance to the defense. As South African, we want justice for the Meyiwa family.
Now, other marks were there, other marks were not there, but you could see that this bullet was fired from this firearm because it's a known match. You know what? Where does that take me? Let me explain it to you. Do you still remember that when you went to Cleveland to go fetch the firearm, you found it in a broken safe?
That's correct, my lord.
What year?
Now, and you are now saying to this court, there were no clear marks that were transferred between the bullet that you fired as your test bullets and those bullets which were fired by Rulofs in order to determine whether this was indeed the firearm. That is your version. You say some marks were there, some marks were not there. How could you then have conclusively, beyond reasonable doubt, as the pattern that the state has, beyond reasonable doubt, that indeed this was the firearm? Because the bullets that were shot by me do match those that were fired by Rulofs. In view of your testimony that says some marks were there, some marks were not there, this was there, this was there, you know that mattering explanation, beyond reasonable doubt, conclusively say,
is the head that wears the crown. This is what Mnisi is basically saying to Lieutenant Colonel Mangena, that the proof of the burden lies with the state. As an expert, you cannot come to court with wishy-washy evidence. You should bring something tangible, something that is believable, that the court can listen to and make an informed decision. So if the marks are not clear, they are there, they are not there, it's here nor there. As an expert, you should bring, and a ballistic expert, you should bring a scientific, accurate
results with that it is a positive match. In other words, the same bullet and the fired and the test bullet are matching each other. It's a positive result.
That's correct, my lord.
Thank you. Now, you say you refer this. You request just one of your colleagues to come and override your work. What word did you use now? Oversee.
Confirm.
Confirm, yes, to come and confirm your work, and that will be all. Not so.
That's correct.
Thank you. Now, in the case that I'm accusing you, you told to this court that although this was a positive result, that is according to you, there was a positive match. You called 4 people to come and confirm your results. Not so?
That's correct, my lord. I called 4 people to check it.
Yes. Is that a normal practice?
My lord, depends on the exhibits that you have and the quality of marks that we have and the case that we are working. If it's a high profile, I'll make sure that we consent. I get more people to come and confirm their findings for quality control also. Not only one person to do it.
See it a normal procedure or a standard procedure, answer it. Now, honestly, you heard for yourself. If it's positive, if the results were positive, why do you need 4 people to come and confirm to come and confirm your work if it's positive? Why 4 people? And one of those 4 people, Sereo, did use different bullets to confirm the positive results of Mangena. While he used 8 and 4, Sereo used, I think, 5 and 3. So they were different, totally different bullets. So we can only conclude that why they saying he is biased, because he went out of his way to get the positive results, to an extent of getting 4 people to confirm a positive result.